again. What's the dog's name? I forgot.
Wyatt.
Wyatt the
Wyatt the Wonder Dog.
All right, we're riding here with Huck from Huckleberry and heading out to 621, right?
621
Upper Craig Creek. All right. Good morning. Again, it's morning for me. May not be for you. Welcome to day 26 on Chase Life. Chase, and we're finishing up our 2025 completion hike for the AT. I am really cool morning. I mean, cool as in cold. 49 degrees. A little warmer now, like 52. Yeah, it's good hiking weather. Finished our stay at Huckleberry's hostel, which has been a great experience. The owner, Huck, is a great guy and has a great dog. It's really cute, and wild chicken, or not wild chicken, but chickens running around. And yeah, it's a good place to stay. Recommend it. So Huck drove me to the trail again. We got dropped off at Route 621, hiking south. Got the full pack on. Less food now though, so it's a little lighter. We are hiking to Route 42. Trying to go to arrange to have someone from Angel's Rest Hostel pick me up at 42. And at Angel's Rest, I have a resupply box supposed to be delivered today. So hopefully that'll all work out. It's a great day. Looks like I'm just being blessed with good weather. It's supposed to be like this for the next week. Occasionally on the trail I've seen this. It's almost like a ground cover that looks kind of like a pine tree kind of thing, but it's not. No idea what it is, but it's pretty cool. Wouldn't mind it for a front yard and wouldn't have to mow it. So a little winded because we're going uphill. So just like yesterday, we're going to start the day with pretty much all the ascent in one shot. I think today we're doing 12 miles, 13 miles, and about 1,600 feet of climb. No, 2,600 feet of climb. So yeah, a little bit more of a day. We've had a lot of easy days, so this will be a bit of a more of a real test of how good my trail legs are getting. We'll see. All right, we're reaching one of the higher points on today's hike. We've kind of reached the summit of the first major up. It was about 1,800 feet up, and I think this is a point of reference because we are on the eastern Continental Divide. 1,920 miles to the Gulf of Mexico. Somebody tried to scratch America into it. Come on, people. And 405 miles to the Atlantic Ocean. All right, we're approaching some viewpoints. It's kind of nice to trail. This is about 0.3 past the Continental Divide. The trail just comes out onto this, which I wasn't expecting. Got a large slab to walk on, and when these are dry, they're fine. When they're wet, they're not as fun. You gotta be so careful on them. There's a nice hawk down there. That's awesome. Oh, there's two hawks. I think they're hawks. I don't know. They're cool. Actually, I don't know if you could see them. There's these, whatever they are, falcons, hawks, vultures. I don't know, but there's a lot of them actually. I count 4 right now in viewpoint flying around. It's pretty freaking awesome. Well, a lot of this hiking has been on top of this ridge, but on a slanted rock slabs. We've been doing this for quite a ways. Yeah, it just keeps going. And yeah, not to keep mentioning it, but this is fine. But if it was wet, I would be a little nervous. That was pretty funny. I just met 4 section hikers. They were staying at Angel's Rest, and they were just discussing the different shelters to stay at. And they mentioned, hey, you probably don't want to stay at Woods Hole, though. And I was kind of surprised to hear that. And the one guy looks at me and goes like, they don't allow meat. They're vegan. I'm like, well, I hate to break it to you, but I'm vegan too. So I just thought it was funny. Yeah, I normally wouldn't bring up my my diet to anybody, but yeah, that was funny. So I warned the guys, they've got about a mile of a rock slab, a slanted rock slab. It's over a mile long. That's going to slow you down. And they warned me that said, well, it's so overgrown with briars and thorny bushes that you're going to deal with. So here we go. It's not good. So it's about almost 6 mile hike now down to the road. So hopefully, we slowed down a lot on that rock slab and walking along that because you can't go really quick. And hopefully the trail will get a little easier. We can make up some time. I told Angel's Rest that I would be there at 3. I thought that would give me a lot of extra time, and right now it's not giving me a lot of extra time. So one of the things is that sometimes it can be hard to tell where the trail is when it's too overgrown. But as long as it's not the thorny bushes, it's not too bad. It's not wet, so you're not getting car washed, and most of these you can just brush through or move aside. Probably want to do a better tick check, at some point. But again, as long as it's just every once in a while we run into the ones that are thorny, like blackberries and stuff, and you can see some here, and those can get painful if you're not careful. So there's quite a few of them. These are all thorny bushes I gotta get through. Yeah, it was fun. So I got about 3 miles to go, and again, I think before I even hit the summit point where the Continental Divide was, I had messaged back and forth with the hostel Angel's Rest about when to pick me up, and I thought, I'll probably be done at 2, worst case 2:30. But then I ended up telling her 3 just in case. I always don't want whoever's driving the shuttle to wait on me. I'll just wait a little bit for them, which yesterday ended up being like over an hour. But it is what it is. But I really thought I'd be done way before. What I didn't really count on was the over mile long rock slab walk that was a bit slow. And then after that, about another mile of the overgrowth that was also slow, because you're moving brambles out of your way, and you're trying to, for me right now, I've got to be kind of careful how I step with my left foot because it's in some pain, and I look for flat ground, but if it's overgrown I can't really see what I'm doing, and so I'm just walking a little slower. Anyways, net result of all of that is I used up all my extra time. Now I've got to hustle a little bit to make sure I get there by 3. So the trail's nice, and I said trail's nice, and all of a sudden I think we're hitting more overgrowth, but yeah, the trail has been nice. So I've been able to get my pace back up, because I can do, on an open trail, I can do a good 3 miles per hour. You know, but when it's problematic, then I slow down to 2 or less, sometimes 1.5 or so. Anyways, that's kind of where we're at. Let's see if we can get there by 3. That's the question. Well, we came up to electrical tower clearing, and I wasn't sure where the trail was. What was helpful was the blaze on the rock, so whoever put that there, appreciate it. You can kind of see a gap in the brush right here. Nice view anyways. Oh, it's interesting. We just descended the mountain, and we've come across a field. And the field is otherwise fenced off, but there's a break in the fence here, and I think we go through it. There was a blaze. You can't really see a path, but you kind of see sort of a path, you know. And it's funny because if this sort of a path wasn't here, I would be like just looking at a field going like, I don't know where I'm going. Is there a blaze on the fence over there? Can't see it from here. I don't know, we'll figure it out. All right, to be clear, there is a blaze. There is a blaze showing a turn. I just couldn't see it from all the way over there. But yeah, we go through this thing. More overgrowth. Skinny thing. And then we go that way. I assume we go that way. Again, there's no blaze that tells you which direction. Yep. All right, so this is interesting because if you look, there is kind of a path in the grass there. And so if I didn't have any other information, I would just go like, well, I guess I turn right and go up there. I don't see any way to, there's no path there. But I just looked on my Far Out app and it says the trail turns left. But I don't see any trail, so we'll see. All right, so this definitely has turned into a path. But still, there's no way of knowing that this is the right path without the app. So, you know, people who talk about, I don't need to use the app or a map. I'm not sure how you would have figured this out. Again, I don't see a marking or blaze or anything that tells you that this is the right way, but I'm just thinking it is. Well, I do appreciate this. We finally see a blaze on a rock. That's just confirmation, so I appreciate that. All right, so I don't know. I walked this way because that's where this is the path, I thought. And I pulled up my app again and like, nope, you're way off path, off trail now. Great. So I'm walking back. I didn't see a turn. Must have missed it. All right, I'd come through here and walked down there, and that was the wrong way. Apparently, this is the path, but you can barely see it. It's not that, I don't think, because I don't even think you can get through that without getting more cut up than I already am. But it's actually through here. And this puts me back on trail. All right, cool. So what we're going to see next is a thing called the Keffer Oak. And considered one of the biggest oak trees, or the biggest oak tree in the southern part of the Appalachian. I don't know, something. I think that's it right there. So cool. This, you can't really tell how massive this thing is, but it's massive. I'll put my poles by it so you can see. All right, very short road walk. Crossing this bridge. And it looks like there's a style. You know the rule. Oh my God, it's broken. Well, maybe I'm gonna forgo this one. You know, normally I don't, but the other side is broken. That looks pretty sketchy. I'll live without doing this one. All right, a quick tour of Angel's Rest. They stuck me in this private room, mainly because I'm staying here for 5 nights, and they like doing that. So yeah, it's nice. They have extra linens in here. There are 3 private rooms in here, but I'm all alone today. They have loaner clothes. The bathroom for this area, which pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy with that. And my own dining area and kitchen. Yeah, nice. Condiments. And yeah. Coffee machine. I can make coffee in the morning. Toaster. And yeah, cool area here. And is that more? Yeah, they even have Sawyer bug spray. Nice. Cool.